Welcome to the Q&A video. Today I will be answering all your hamster or non-hamster questions. Special thanks to Risky Tidy for suggesting this video. I suggest you go check out that channel. It's really cool. The first question is, where did I get the name Percy? Well, the Percy Jackson series is one of my favorite series of all time, so I decided I would name him after that. And also, I like to think of Percy as a brave adventurer because he is. The next question is, can hamsters eat oranges and mandarins? Unfortunately, hamsters cannot eat oranges and mandarins, and that's not because they have vitamin C in it or anything like that. It's just because citrus fruits, hamsters can't take in all that citrus, so unfortunately they cannot eat oranges and mandarins. The next question is, how old is Percy? Percy is about 10 weeks old as of July 2020. And next is, have I tamed Percy yet? I have not completely tamed him yet. He can take food from my hand, but he's not comfortable with crawling onto my hand yet. So I've decided to take it slow because I don't want him to be too stressed out. And once I have some more accessories for his cage, he'll feel a bit safer, and then I'll start trying to tame him more. So for now, I'll just take it slow and just give him some treats every day so he can get used to me. The next question is, what animals do hamsters get along with? Hamsters don't get along with any animals. Because they are species, they can't breed with any other hamster but their species, and you can't put I don't recommend putting any hamsters together because that could result in fighting. Although some people say dwarf species like Campbell's Russian Dwarf and Winter White can be put together, I don't recommend it because one day one of them could just snap and kill the other one, so it's just not safe, so I suggest you don't. And next is, what inspired you to make a hamster YouTube channel? Well, mostly I've been just watching YouTube and hamster YouTubers for a long time, and I decided I would make my own channel so I could give people information. And the main thing that inspired me was probably Victoria Rachel. She's like my idol hamster owner because she treats her hamsters so well. And yeah. And the next question is, can hamsters eat flour? Yes, hamsters can eat flour. It's not unsafe. The healthiest flour for hamsters to eat is buckwheat. Hamsters can eat flour and it won't harm them if you feed them. I just don't recommend feeding it too often because that might be unhealthy. What type of bedding do you normally use? The bedding I use is half KT Clean and Cozy and half Aspen in a little area. Paper-based bedding is the safest kind of bedding for hamsters, and the only wood shavings that are safe is hemp and aspen. Any other thing labeled softwood shavings, pine, cedar shavings is not safe for a hamster because it could cause respiratory problems. And next is, will you make a maze for Percy soon? Soon, probably not, because I do have classes and stuff like that, so I may not have enough time to make like a full-on maze, but maybe sometime in the future I will be able to, but I can't promise it. It does sound like a really cool idea though. Next question is, how do you differentiate hamster species? Now this one is a complicated question. With some species it's easier, like Syrians. Syrian hamsters can be identified as the largest species of hamsters, and they also have many different fur types and colors. And moving on down, the second smallest is Chinese hamsters. Chinese hamsters can be distinguished by their sort of grayish brown fur coats, and also a slightly longer tail than all other species of hamsters. And next would be Winter White and Campbell's Russian Dwarf. I'm putting both of these together is because these two species have been interbred, and it's really hard these days to find a purebred Winter White or Campbell's Dwarf. Now let's talk about if they're purebred. Well, Winter Whites They are dwarf hamsters, so they're a lot smaller than Syrians and Chinese. Winter whites, they have white fur sometimes. They start off with different colored fur, and then in the wild they normally turn white. Some hamsters may not turn white because it's harder for them to turn white in captivity because like the light changes are different. And Campbell's Russian Dwarf, they're kind of like Roborowskis, slightly bigger, and they have a longer body with normally dark gray or gray fur coloring. And last but not least is the cute but lovable Roborowski. Roborowski dwarf hamsters are the tiniest. At adult age, they can grow up to 2 to 3 inches. Now, Roborowskis, they're super small. They look like potatoes, and normally they have gray or sandy brown fur coats with a white underbelly. So, overall, on the ranking of largest to smallest, Syrian hamsters, Chinese hamsters, then the interbred of Winter White and Russian Dwarf, and then Roborowski. I hope this was helpful, and another side note, when the interbred Winter White and Campbell's Russian Dwarf, they can be gray with white specks or just gray or white. So there's lots of varieties of hamsters, and all of them are really good. So if you're considering getting a hamster, you should research every species and try to find the one that's perfect for you. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I hope this answered all of your hamster or non-hamster questions. If I have not answered all of them, you can comment down below, and I will answer them for you. Hope it was entertaining watching Percy forage, do hamster stuff, and run around while you were listening to me answer all your questions.